Good morning. It is so wonderful to see you. I hope that you are having an outstanding day. I really appreciate you taking the time to check out what is in my makeup bag. I apologize if you hear little scratching noises in the background. It's my dogs walking on the hard floors. I'm kind of waiting for them to bed down and stay quiet for a little bit. But I had some things that I wanted to share with you. I have updates coming in terms of eyeshadow and some of my other face products. So I appreciate you sticking around to check out the Single Ladies and My Man Matte Project Pan, as well as the Fun in the Sun Project Pan update that's coming, and Pan That Palette. But there were some things that I really wanted to share with you if you're in the market to try some different items. And I did get some things from Octoly that I needed to get up for review. So if you're interested in those things, all of that information will be in the description box below. And if you've never checked out Octoly before, that is an awesome opportunity to get to review different things. You basically send in an application to review, and if the company approves it to you, then Octoly will send those items your way. So the first off, I was super stoked about this item because I was about ready to repurchase it anyway, and that is the Clarins SOS Primer in the shade Peach. The first time that I tried this product was via Octoly. I loved it from the first use to the very last use of it, I mean, for lack of a better term. But the way that I like to use this, it does come with a pump applicator, and it's kind of an apricot color when it comes out of the bottle. But basically I like to squeeze one pump onto the back of my hand, and then I mix in some foundation, and it just does enough to take out the sallowness that's kind of going on in my skin. And I don't know about you, but especially since the weather's been really, really hot, I've noticed a lot of fine lines that are kind of happening on my cheek area, some in my forehead area, some down here around my chin. And this, I really do see a difference when I wear this versus wearing other makeup primers and things. So if you're in the market to try something like this out, it is definitely worth the money. Like I said, I was getting ready to just go on and repurchase this myself, but as soon as I saw this on the Octoly website, I just was hoping for the opportunity to review this again. But this is an outstanding product. And the way that I'm kind of using it right now, I'm using two different foundations at the moment. If I want something that is full coverage but lighter, kind of more of a moisturizer, I'm going for this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer. I really, really love these two mixed together. I put one pump of each on the back of my skin, and then I stipple it in with a foundation brush and kind of go back over it with a Real Technique sponge. These two are absolutely beautiful together. The other foundation combo that I have been loving with the SOS Primer is with the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation. I have the shade 200 or Soft Beige, and I wear this Rimmel foundation on days that I want some more coverage. I've really been battling acne this summer. My skin has been exceptionally oily in comparison to what it's been in the past, and so that was something that I definitely wanted to kind of keep in mind. But these two are also lovely together, so these are definitely my foundation go-tos. Then in terms of powder, because again with the acne and stuff that I've been kind of dealing with, and it's so stinking hot, like just the oil, and oh, it's awful. But I have two compacts of what's left of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder. This one was in my purse. I chucked it into my makeup bag to go on and finish it off, and then I have this one that I'm kind of on the last dregs on. I know that Wet n Wild has been kind of iffy on their cruelty-free status, but this is a really nice powder at an affordable drugstore price, and so I definitely would recommend it. In my opinion, it is quite similar to the MAC MSF. If you are a fan of the MSFs on your skin, I am wearing the shade Warm Light in this powder, and it's just enough where it's not translucent where you got to worry about flashback on your skin, but it's not so dark that you have to worry about it oxidizing with foundation. So definitely this is something that clearly I have repurchased, and I continue to repurchase. So love those powders. The next thing that I got from Octoly, actually, and I was super excited about this, it is from Pure Cosmetics. It's the Lit Mist Illuminating Setting Spray, and what kind of got my attention on it is it says it's blue light defense. It's pretty cool though. I mean, as you can see, I've already used up quite a bit of this product. You do have to shake it up each time before you use it because the product kind of separates. And as you can hear, there is a marble in there to make sure that everything's mixed and blended. This is just really, really awesome. The smell on it's kind of weird, not gonna lie, but overall, I love the effect that this has on my skin. It definitely takes away the powdery finish. One of the things that I appreciate is this mister is actually quite gentle, so you don't have to worry about That was classic. But you don't have to worry about, you know, kind of startling yourself as you spray the setting spray. And one of the really great things about this is, you know, you apply your makeup, you do that initial spray in the morning, but then you can go on and touch up your face throughout the day instead of applying more and more powder or more concealer or whatnot. So during the day, instead of putting on extra makeup, what I do is I go on and spritz 2 or 3 times across my face, and then I will take a clean beauty sponge and just kind of press it into the areas that really need some touching up. If I have some foundation that's separated during the day, or if I'm oily kind of around my nose area, or if I've been sweating, especially under my eyes, that seems to be an area that's a little bit more problematic for me. This has been really great, and then I'm not caking on any extra makeup. So definitely a tip for thought. And on that note, I've really been into facial sprays lately. So the one that I picked up, I actually have decanted it because I don't like the sprayer on this, but it is the Ulta Beauty Smart Skincare Solutions Watermelon Facial Mist. I actually have been preferring to use facial mist instead of a moisturizer in the morning, and this I really wanted to try because it smells like straight up watermelon. It's really, really good. And so what I did not like the way that this sprayed in the original bottle, so I basically decanted it into an old bottle that I had of Max Fix Plus. I went on and washed this out really well, poured it in, and this morning I poured what was left in this bottle because this only holds like 3.4 fluid ounces. This holds a full 4. I really, really love the mister on this, and so basically what I do is I just go through whenever I need a quick mist or moisturizer. There you go, if I don't want to use the pure lip mist or whatnot. So I've really been going through a lot of just facial sprays in general. I got kind of on that kick again from doing the Fun in the Sun Project pan. I'll talk about one of the ones that I finished for that, and so I just kept rolling in some more setting sprays, and I'm really, really loving it. However, that being said, even though I love a facial mist in the morning as kind of my moisturizer, and then I go on and do that SOS primer from Clarins, I did want something moisturizing at night that would definitely be geared toward more combination skin. And so when I saw this moisturizer from Laneige on the Octoly website, I wanted to give it a try. It's called the Water Bank Hydrating Gel Moisturizer for Normal to Combination Skin. So far, so good. I really like this. I need some more time with it to really see if it's going to do anything for like fine lines and wrinkles. I mean, the claim on this is it's hydrating and cooling. I can definitely attest to that. And that it has ionized mineral water. It has cooling hydration while minimizing oil production. It leaves your skin silky smooth and non-sticky. And like I said, again, this intrigued me because one of the claims is it's ideal for oily skin and warm climates, and it is definitely hotter than heck. I mean, it's stupidly hot today. So the way this moisturizer works is it comes in a cool blue container, which, how fun is that? And then I make sure that my hands are clean every time I open this up anyway, but they also give you a really pretty clear spatula to go with it. And as you can see, I kind of dig down into this area over here, but I make sure I have clean hands, and then I'll just scoop out a little bit, put it on the back of my hand, and then go on and apply it to my face. And so far, so good. The fragrance on it is, it's perfumey. It kind of reminds me of a Lancome eye makeup remover. Maybe it was a toner, I don't remember, but there was like a blue toned product from Lancome that I remember trying years ago. It smells very similar to that. So kind of floral, kind of, I don't want to say chemical-y, but there's definitely like a floral, you know what I mean? You know, like it smells like skincare, but it's definitely like labby. Oh my gosh, that's gonna sound awful. But it is a nice cream. I like the texture of this on my skin. So far so good. Like I said, I wouldn't say I've noticed like huge reduction in oil control, because like I said, this summer, even before I started using this, I noticed that my face was just getting oilier and oilier, and I think it's definitely in response to all the weather going on. But so far so good. I'm continuing to use this, and I am enjoying it. It's definitely worth kind of looking into. And then on another note, because my skin has been oilier, this was another product that caught my attention on the Octoly website. It is from the brand Fresh, and it is their Sugar Strawberry Exfoliating Face Wash. If you're allergic to strawberries, you definitely want to stay away from this because it does have real strawberry extract in it, but it is a really cool product. I know that they say that it is gentle enough that you can use this on a daily basis, but I found what works best for me is to use it about twice a week. The granules are really super fine of the sugar grit that's in there, and so it's not going to be super rough on the face. When it comes out, it definitely looks like strawberry preserves. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this really well, but it looks like kind of a brownish, reddish strawberry preserve, and it has kind of it smells like strawberries, but there's definitely a hint of something more herbal to it. So it doesn't just immediately smell like you're walking around in a strawberry field, but it is really nice. I very much appreciate the fact that I got the opportunity to review this. And like I said, if you're really into exfoliating, you can definitely use it every day, but I can't exfoliate my skin that much, otherwise it gets way too dry. And so about twice a week is what's working for me in that regard. Then in terms of what's going on with my makeup, a lot of these things I'm going to be updating with my various project pans that are going on, but eyeshadow wise, I'm wearing this bronze look. It is coming out between these two palettes, my Lorac Pro 2 and my Anastasia Subculture palette. I've been wearing my NARS Sun Washed Bronzer in the shade Laguna. And then blush, I've been wearing MAC Peaches. I love the beautiful kind of corally vibe to that peach tone on my cheeks. This was one that I really kind of had a moment with myself of realizing just buy what I love, because eye primers. This is one of the ones that I go back and forth on because it takes so long to pan. It is MAC Paint Pot and Soft Ochre, but I was using a couple of other things after I finished panning one of these, and I missed it so desperately that I finally just decided to bite the bullet and get back on using it, because my eyeshadows just perform the best with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. So I'm happy to be back in the groove with MAC Soft Ochre, even though I know it's going to be a long time coming before I'm able to finish panning it. Then on the days that I do want some concealer, I wear a combo. This is my favorite concealer combination. It's to wear the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser for Dark Circles. I use the combo of these together in Neutralizer and the Brightener shade. And what I do with the Neutralizer is I'll take it in a triangle shape under my eyes, and then I'll touch up any acne spots that I have going on. And then I will go back through and just do a little bit of the Brightener shade on my under eyes and down the center points of my face and blend it in with a dampened beauty sponge. It's beautiful. Love that finish. Then in terms of lip products, I do have a couple of things. I've been panning this red lip for the Fun in the Sun project pan, so I've definitely been wearing a lot of red lips lately. So the combo that I wear for that is to take my MAC lip pencil in the shade Ruby Woo, and then I'm going over with the Viva Glam lipstick in the shade Sia. On top it's kind of a yellowy red, really, really beautiful, kind of a bright fire engine-y color for summer. I've really been loving it. And then if I want a little bit of a little bit of a gloss effect on top, I've been going through with this Revlon Kiss Balm. This is in the flavor shade Cherry, and they do legit smell like candy. I heard this from Cherish or Pretty Pistol 86. She was talking about these, and I decided to pick one up for myself. It has just enough moisturizing property on it that if you have a matte lipstick that you feel like is super drying, it's perfect to just kind of take in the center of your lips like that, and it legit tastes like candy. It's so good. Like this one kind of tastes like cherry chapstick meets maraschino cherries. Like it's an intense cherry flavor, but it's not unpleasant on the lips. But as you can see, it gives just enough of a little bit of a shine where it makes your lips look plumper, but it's not like a gloss where you've got to worry about stickiness and all that kind of stuff going on. So awesome find after watching one of her videos. And then if I want to wear a nude option, my favorite nude combo at the moment is my MAC lip liner in the shade Whirl, and then I top it with my lipstick in Velvet Teddy. This is by far the most flattering nude that I've worn for my skin tone, so I tend to kind of reach for it whenever I just don't want to think about what lip color I'm wearing. And then I've really kind of been into more fall lips. I know it's not quite fall time, but I don't know, I'm just really itching for it. And so I've kind of wanted more of like a burnt orange vibe to my lips, and so I pulled out this MAC lip liner in the shade Auburn, which is a really like brick orangey red. It's not like super bright and intense, but what I do is I go on and I line my lips and I fill in the corners, And then I top it with this lipstick from Maybelline. This is in the shade 370 or Spice For Me. The packaging looks like this, and the color matches the two of the lipstick here. And it's just a really pretty, easy, kind of a fall spice vibe. That's those two together. And at first, like if you've ever been scared to kind of wear orangey tones, I know it can be kind of weird on lighter skin tones, but this is quite a flattering brick orangey red that still will make your teeth look really white, and it's not going to make you look overly yellow. Like, it's great for a neutral skin tone, or if you have cooler undertones to your skin, this color is definitely worth checking out if you've ever wanted to kind of venture into more of the oranges with your makeup. Then in terms of mascara, I have two things. The first one, if I want just a normal mascara day, I go through and I've been wearing the Maybelline The Mega Plush Volume Mascara in Blackest Black. This is one of my absolute favorite mascaras, and the reason why is because it has a huge brush on it, but you can literally bend it back and forth, and so when I hold my brush like this, it's like the perfect angle to go through and do my upper lash line without getting mascara all over my eyes. Since I have hooded lids, that is quite a frequent problem for me that I have to deal with, and so I appreciate about that. About that tube of mascara. Let's see if I can speak today. And then the other tip that I constantly do, I love to incorporate colorful mascaras. And right now, since I've been really focusing on this bronzy look, I love to pop Plum on my lower lash line. In fact, I have a Plum eyeliner somewhere in here. I believe it's also from Pure Cosmetics. Yes, it's one of their On Point eyeliners in the shade Rain. It's a beautiful plum color. It's what I'm wearing on my lower lash line, and I've set it with the plum shade from my Lorac Pro 2 palette. But one of the ways that I really amp that up is I go through with a plum mascara. And if I just want to enhance the brown in my eyes and kind of the gold flecks going on in the brown, I will take this Hard Candy mascara. It's the Be Bold Color Mascara in the shade Wine and Dine. It has kind of a plum base to it. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that on camera, but I'll put this over my lower lash line on top of that black mascara, and it really just gives a lot of depth to my eye makeup. And if I really want to up the ante and bring out more of the bronze tones, more of the gold, and make it even more flattering for my skin tone, I will go through and do this on my upper lash line on top of that black mascara as well. So super fun tip, and I love the price point of these mascaras. All of the colors are great. I mean, I make use of the navy in particular. The teal is something that I'm going to be incorporating into my fall makeup, and then the plum, and then there's also a deep olive green. Oh, it's fantastic. So definitely worth checking out. And then I don't wear this all the time, but I'm trying to incorporate more gloss. So I have this Fenty Glow Gloss that's been in my makeup, backup stash. It's just kind of been languishing because, truth be told, I'm not really a lip gloss fan, but I'm trying. And so when I wear the orange combo lipstick of the Auburn Pencil and this Maybelline, or when I'm wearing the Velvet Teddy and Whirl combo, I like to take just the teeniest little dab of the Fenty Glow Gloss on at the tip of my finger so it doesn't change the color of the gloss in the tube, and I will just kind of dab it onto the center of my lips to give me a little bit more of a pouty effect, and kind of keep the gloss to a minimum that way. So it gives me a little bit of use on the gloss, because that's one thing I'm really trying to learn how to love them, because it looks like glosses are going to be back in vogue after so many years. So I feel like, okay, it's time to kind of jump back in. And the scent on this took me some getting used to. I know a lot of people rave about it, how it has that peachy, fruity kind of scent. It smells really sweet and sugary to me, more so than the peach. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but I'm not completely offended by it, so I'm trying. So other than that, that is what's going on with my makeup bag. So if you are curious about any information of products that I might have mentioned, or if you're wanting to shop your stash, all the information to these products will be in the description box below, as well as links to the Octoly website. And so I hope that you are having just as much fun shopping your stash, enjoying your makeup as I have been. It has been a lot of fun to just kind of get back into a neutral look again. I've really been digging like the bronze smoky eyes. So be on the lookout. I do have some updates, like I mentioned, with the Fun in the Sun Project Pan the Single Ladies and My Man matte, and then before we know it, it's time for a Pan That Palette update. So that about wraps it up for now. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and I really look forward to seeing you soon. So until then, take care. Bye.